Hi, my name is Debbie Moser and welcome to another evening stretch routine. I know lots of you love to stretch in the morning, but I also know that many of you love to stretch before going to bed. And I completely agree with that because I feel like a good evening stretch can really set a foundation on how you're feeling the next morning. And that's why I'm offering you another evening stretch routine. Now, before we begin, a quick reminder, if you are working with any injuries or other health conditions, please check with a healthcare provider first. Always listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, I don't recommend doing it. I'll offer you lots of modifications, and that's also why this video might take a little bit longer than the actual routine. Speaking of modifications, you need a bolster for this routine. If you do not have a bolster, don't worry. You can use cushions, pillows, something thick that is quite high. If you don't have that either, but maybe you have yoga blocks, you can also use yoga blocks as an alternative. Another thing that you possibly need is a strap. If you do not have a strap, you can use a belt, a scarf, even a sweater, just some long fabric that you can wrap around the foot in case you're struggling to grab it. And once you're set up, we'll start in a standing position. So let's stand at the bottom of the mat with your feet hip width apart, parallel, your toes are pointing straight forward, heels straight to the back. We'll do 4 roll downs, articulating through our spine. So take a deep inhale in through the nose, reach your arms up by the side. Exhale, lower the arms, tuck the chin, start to round your back, bend the knees, and roll down, vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll it up. Head comes up last. And then reach arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms, tuck the chin. Imagine a big beach ball in front of you. And you want to round over that beach ball. Keep that bend in the knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Moving through the spine. Let's go for 2 more. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Roll it up. Last one. Reach up. And roll down. This time, bend your knees as much as needed so you can place your hands down onto the mat. Walk them forward and let's find a downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, push the floor away, lengthen spine. Feel free to keep a bend in your knees and then start to pedal through the feet. Press down one heel and the other. We go for 10 pedals. Keep breathing. 5 more pedals, right and left. Two more. Feel the calves. 1 more. Good. And then reach both heels down. If they're not touching the mat, that's totally fine. Let's lift the right leg first. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee and take a big step forward to the outside of your right hand for lizard lunge. Carefully lower the back knee, untuck the toes. If this feels a bit too intense, feel free to place blocks underneath your hands. And now let's reach our right arm up. So left hand stays down, right arm reaches up. Follow your hand with your focus and then reach your right arm to the back. Option to stay like this. Feel the stretch through your left hip flexor. option to lift the back foot. And now see if you can grab it and pull it closer towards the glutes. If you find yourself compensating by shifting back, I recommend using your strap or whatever alternative. Wrap it around the foot and pull it closer like this. Remember, you can also keep one left hand on your block, on your yoga block, to make this more accessible. So by pulling the foot closer, you hopefully feel a nice stretch through your left quads. Take 4 breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Slowly release the foot. Place both hands back down. And now we want to swivel our right foot over to the left side, carefully placing the shin down. We go into pigeon. Slide your left leg back. Now, if you're struggling, I'm going to show it on the other side so you can see it. If you're struggling placing the right sit bone down, slide a block underneath. If pigeon is absolutely not for you, I'll give you a modification in a second. But let's look at this pigeon first. So make sure you feel comfortable in your knee. Your shin does not have to be completely parallel to the front edge of the mat. You can also bring the foot a little bit closer. You really want to make sure the knee feels safe. Once you've found your pigeon pose, you want to release left hand, reach your left arm back, inhale, and then exhale, reach left arm underneath right for a thread the needle pigeon combination. Place the head down. Option to extend the right arm forward. Now I'm going to show you the modification if pigeon is not really for you. You can swing your left leg forward, cross right ankle over left thigh, bend the knee, place the foot onto the mat. This is a seated figure 4 stretch, and now we want to add a twist here as well. Place right fingertips behind the back, sit up tall, reach left arm up, rotate to the left side, and now place your left arm right onto your right knee and gently push into that knee. This will deepen your glute stretch and your rotation. Great alternative here. Take 4 breaths in your position, so either this figure 4 stretch or your pigeon. I'm going to go back there. Take 1 more inhale and exhale. Good. If you're in pigeon, bring right hand or push back into right hand. Left arm reaches back and then place the hands back down. If you're in your little alternative, just find center again. And we'll all meet in another down dog. So you can cross the legs and let's set the feet back. Downward facing dog, maybe a few more pedals before we do second side. All right, let's reach both heels down. Now left leg goes up, inhale, exhale, big step forward to the outside of your left hand. Carefully lower the back knee, untuck toes. Remember, you can use blocks. Reach your left arm up now. Inhale, exhale, reach your arm to the back. Feel free to stay if this is enough. Feel free to lift the foot, grab a hold of it, use your strap around the foot. Remember, block underneath hands, make this more accessible. 4 breaths here. Make sure you're not shifting back. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale. Slowly release. Let's go into our pigeon variation. I'll show both options again. Let's swivel the left foot over to the right now. Carefully bring shin down, slight right leg back for pigeon. Remember, block underneath sit bone if needed. Knee should feel comfortable. Lengthen spine. And now you release, right hand, reach right arm behind you, inhale, exhale, right arm underneath left, you thread the needle, place head down, option to stay, option to extend left arm to the front. If you want to go for your figure four, extend right leg forward, left ankle over, right thigh, bend right knee, place left hand behind you, sit up tall, extend right arm up, lengthen spine, and with your exhale, rotate to the left. Gently push into that left knee or thigh to deepen the twist and the glute stretch. 4 breaths. Take one more inhale and exhale. Good. If you're with me, find center. If you're in your pigeon, you can now roll to the left. If there's a block underneath sit bone, move it to the side, swing right leg forward. So we're all gonna find a seated position, extending the legs to the front. We'll do seated forward fold. Now, check your pelvis first. Make sure you're not tilting the pelvis back, rounding the back. You wanna sit up tall. If you're struggling sitting up tall, use a block. You can sit on it, maybe a bolster if you don't have a block. Just make sure your hips are a bit elevated. If you're still struggling, bend the knees a little bit. So really focus on creating length in your spine. Then you want to reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. We are going to stay here for 8 to 10 breaths. Feel free to use your bolster for some support. Maybe a block to rest your forehead on so the neck can relax. Really lengthen the spine. Feel the stretch through the back of the legs. Take one more inhale and exhale. Lovely, and then slowly roll it up. We'll go into supported butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet together. Feet do not have to be super close to the pelvis. You can also move a bit forward. Now, if that is way too much for your hips, see if blocks can help. You can place them underneath thighs. If you don't have blocks and you still find like it's too much, feel free to just extend the legs to the front. We're now going to use our bolster or cushions. Try to find that long line behind your back. Make sure there's a bit of distance between your pelvis and the bolster. Let's say about hand width. And then slowly bring your spine onto your cushion, your bolster. Now, for those of you that work with blocks, you can make a T with your blocks like this. I usually go for second highest height. The bottom block will be between your shoulder blades and the top one will support your head. So come down like this. If you want to deepen the stretch through your chest, through your shoulders, you can also set the top block that is supporting the head lower, or you can remove it completely. Whatever you prefer. Let's take a couple of breaths here, 8 to 10 as well. Try to slow the breath, soften the body. Feel the opening through your chest, through your shoulders. If you'd like to deepen the stretch through the shoulders, you can also bring the arms a bit higher, maybe into a T shape, maybe all the way back, holding the opposite end of the bolster. Or maybe hands behind head, interlacing the fingers, elbows bent. See what works for you. Take one more inhale and exhale. Now, to get out of this position, we all first bring the hands to the outside of the thighs. Guide your knees back together. If you're on blocks, you want to lift the head using your hands, gaze forward, and then slowly push yourself off the blocks. If you're on your cushion, just roll onto one side. And let's all lay down onto our backs. Take a quick moment here, just lay down. Feel the sensation, or notice the sensations through the spine, through the hips, through the shoulders. And we'll go into banana stretch next. Move your right leg out to the right side. Cross left leg over right. Reach both arms overhead. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and pull your arm to the right side as well. So you're bending like a banana to your right side. 4 breaths here. Feel the stretch through the side body. One more inhale and exhale. And then slowly return with upper body. Move left leg straight over to the left. Cross right leg on top. Grab a hold of your right wrist and pull your right arm to the left side. So now you want to feel a stretch through right side of the body. Breathe here. Take one more inhale and exhale. Excellent. Let's find center with upper body, with legs. Hug both knees into your chest and take a few rocks side to side. Then open your arms out into a T shape. Keep knees close and now move both knees over to the right. If your neck allows it, turn your head to the left for supine twist. 4 breaths here. Relax the legs, soften the body. Take one more inhale and exhale. Good. We return through center. Knees stay close to the chest. Move them up and over to the other side. Turn head to the right if your neck feels okay with it. And take 4 breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. Good. We move back. Give your knees one more good hug. Feel free to move into a shavasana. So legs out, arms down by the side. If you feel like your shavasana is going to be in bed, you can finish here. I'll take a short moment here just to let the body be melting into the ground. Feel free to place your bolster underneath your knees for some extra lumbar spine support. Notice how the body is feeling. Notice how you're feeling emotionally, energetically. Notice your breath. And then start wiggling the fingers, the toes, moving the head side to side. Maybe full body stretch, reach arms overhead, stretch it out. And then slowly make your way up to seated. I usually bend my knees and roll onto one side into a fiddle position. Take a moment here. And then slowly push yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. This can be with your legs crossed. This can be with your feet set up in front of you. And then reach both arms up by the side. Take an inhale, hands together at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. And that's it. We're done with our evening stretch routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave any questions, feedback, concerns in the comments. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.